Right, hello and welcome. Coming to you live from a nice breezy Colombo. You can see the quintessential palm trees and the ocean right behind me, and keeping in with the theme, my shirt is blue. Mr. Gavaskar's shirt is blue, but what I also see some nice, sun glares, which I also should have been wearing. That's also blue.
Well, it actually means that, although the sun is not out, there are no clouds over there, which is what everybody wants to know. That, so far it's been good. There's been talk about rain, but so far it's been very good. And that's how it hopefully will stay for at least the next 10 hours.
Okay, the Indian team has been here for the last day and a half. They had a good practice session ahead of this particular encounter. Let's set up this game. The weather's held good so far. Prediction is that it might rain, but then good for later on when we'll get to see a 40 over game. But in case it's a shortened game, does that take the advantage away from India, or do you think, because the longer the game, they say the better team wins?
Yeah, well, look, in this format actually, it is such a short format that a couple of overs here, batting or bowling, can change the game your way or away from you. So obviously, yes, the shorter the game, that margin becomes even lesser. So 2-3 deliveries can change the game for you. So yes, but I wouldn't say that it's a disadvantage for India. India is a very, very good team, capable of recovering it, the bat, the ball, the depth in batting, the depth in bowling is what sets India apart. So that is the reason why I feel that it'll be a pretty competitive game.
Okay, India going as the favourite. You mentioned it. I think every other expert seems to say that as well. And overall, also India holds the wood over Pakistan. Just look at that record, 7-1 in India's favour. But this time there is also an impression that Pakistan seems slightly closer to India than previous occasion. Firstly, is that true? And if it is, what has really helped bridge that gap for Pakistan when it comes to a contest versus India?
Well, I think, yes, I think they've probably played a lot more T20 cricket. They've probably tried to sort of see what India is doing, try to bring that into their opening batting, for example, which means while they have not been able to totally replicate it, I think they're getting close to it, which means it's a dangerous thing, as far as the Indian bowling power play is concerned, the first 6 overs. So that is where they seem to be getting just a little bit better. As far as the bowling is concerned, they're definitely strengthened by Naseem Shah. I think a lot of Indian followers must be lamenting the fact that Haris Rauf is not in the team, because Haris Rauf has always been the one who either in the 19th over or the 20th over has given away enough runs for India to have that win.
Okay. Yeah, no Haris Rauf this time. There's Naseem Shah, there's Shaheen Shah Afridi. They got Fahim Ashraf who can chip into with the fast ball. But it is essentially 5 spinners that Pakistan plays, which many are saying might be helping them in these conditions. So Pakistan, we know 5 spinners is what they've been playing in this tournament, and they've been stationed here in Colombo, so they probably know the conditions better. What must India do? Because India have been going with 2 spinners, Akshar Patel and Varun Chakravarti so far.
Well, I've said this before, and I even before the India-Namibia game the other day in Delhi, that Washington Sundar should be looked at as an option, because the fact of the matter is, if you're going to play in Colombo, where there is some purchase for the spinners, then definitely you want to bring in an extra spinner in case it's required. And India already have in Hardik Pandya a new ball bowler. So it's not that there's just one new ball bowler. There's Bumrah as well as Hardik Pandya who can do it. If required, a couple of overs, if the ball is wobbling around a bit, a couple of overs from Shivam Dubey as well. But what Sundar will do is also bulk up your batting down the order as well. So that way, you're covering all your bases is what I feel, and yet you have the options. Suryakumar Yadav has the options to go here and there in case one bowler is having a tough day.
Okay, Usman Tariq is that spinner that has been spoken about. So, very interesting observations we made at the practice session yesterday. They had a club bowler who was kind of bowling with that sort of an action, and also Suryakumar Yadav was bowling in the nets, and he bowled exactly like that with a big pause and bowling to Abhishek and the likes. What does that tell you? One, is India preparing very well for that slightly unusual action, or do you think it was a bit of gamesmanship to let the opposition know as well that it's nothing unusual, we can handle it?
Well, no, if it was nothing unusual, they shouldn't have done it at all, to be honest with you. They shouldn't have done it, because that way you're actually saying to the opposition, look, we're thinking about this bowler. No, you don't do it. You might have do it once in jest, one delivery in jest, for fun. But if you're going to have somebody who's going to come and bowl, you could say you're preparing, but why do you need to prepare for somebody who has not been, not been a match winner, he's not been a game changer. He'll get a wicket or two. A spinner in this format of the game on long boundaries will get a wicket or two because you are going to miss it. I think. But I think the media, everybody has made a little bit more of him. I could be proven wrong this evening. He might pick up fifer or a four-fer and change the game. But psychologically, I think India should never have given the impression they're thinking about it.
Because you talk about that psychological advantage, right? What should be India's approach? Be a bit. You talk about calculated aggression. I'm just talking about Usman Tariq. Calculated aggression, see him off a few deliveries, then take which balls to go. Or sometime what you do is, okay, this is the bowler you're talking about. From the word go, I want to disrupt his rhythm, maybe a couple of boundaries, and then he's going to panic because it's his first India-Pakistan game.
Yeah, well, that's a crucial aspect. Look, I mean, he might have got wickets, but this is an India-Pakistan game, so he will be nervous as well. But if you do not know the variety that he has, then it makes sense for you to give yourself a couple of deliveries just to see where it is. Mind you, if the first delivery is a full toss, first delivery is a half pitcher, then you smash him. But if he's going to bowl length and maybe push him around for one or two, you will get a better idea. See the mistake that a lot of people make against Varun Chakravarti. They try to attack him from ball one, but they haven't fathomed him at all, and they play across the line. They try to do something, So I know it's a compact format, the ultra short format. So you cannot afford too many dot balls. But you're not talking about dot balls. You're talking about taking a single and pushing it away so that you're rotating the strike, and at the same time seeing from the striker's end and from the non-striker's end, because you observe the bowler. You need to observe the bowler from the non-striker's end as well. But that's your closest interaction with the bowler. No, he's just there. So you will be able to see what he's doing, what he's not doing. So that is smart cricket. India needs to play smart cricket.
Okay, you talk about smart cricket. One trend we've seen in Sri Lanka in the matches that have happened at Premadasa SSC, that unlike a lot of Indian grounds where T20 cricket is all about slam bang cricket, in Sri Lanka you have to maximize power play, then consolidate a bit, and then accelerate towards the end. There is a rhythm to the batting. Is that what you'd want India to do as well?
If they've got off to a great start, I just want them to keep going because they've got the batting down the order. But if they have lost a couple of wickets in the power play, then you need to consolidate for maybe another 4 or 5 overs for the 10th over. Then the second half, then explode again. Say from the 12th over onwards, you start, with the batting depth that you have, you start exploding. So you give yourself maximum runs on the board.
Okay, it's this one is a tough question because I'm going to ask you, the Indian batter to watch out for. But I'm looking at that Indian batting 1 to 8. I think on a given day anyone can step up, but the conditions here. You've seen so much cricket here. The opposition. With that in mind, is it going to be a Ishan Kishan, Abhishek Sharma sort of a day that they blaze away and take India to a victory, or you get a lower down the order Hardik Pandya, Shivam Dubey sort of a day?
You're missing out on Surya Kumar Yadav.
Yes,
I think Surya Kumar Yadav is going to be the key once again because he's just got that ability. He just got that ability to take the game away. We saw that in the first game against USA. And he's now back in form, back among the runs. So I do believe that Surya Kumar Yadav is going to be the key.
From Pakistan's point of view, Sahibzada Farhan, I was taking a look at that. He's played 3 games versus India, 250s, 140. The only batter, dare I say, in international cricket who looked okay against Jasprit Bumrah. For India, is that the wicket? You get him and you kind of, gotten a big advantage?
Yes. I think he could be the one who can make that impact in the first 6 overs of the power play, and therefore getting him early would be very crucial as far as India is concerned in trying to restrict the Pakistanis to a gettable total.
Finally, Sai, prediction time. How are you feeling? What do you reckon?
Prediction is in the T20 format is the toughest.
Yes.
But I do believe that India, because temperamentally, because of the depth it has in batting and bowling, should prevail. It could well turn out to be very, very close and come down.
I've seen the 2 teams. They looked very relaxed. Both the captains there seemed very relaxed, answered all the tough questions as well. But generally, how are you feeling? Is it the same ahead of every India-Pakistan game, or is this time slightly a little bit more because of what's really happened off the field?
I think because you're in this lovely country, Sri Lanka, and lovely people, lovely atmosphere. Look, I think it is just a little bit more relaxed, if one might say. There's not the kind of tension that otherwise, or the anxiety that is or the apprehension that is normally there with on the eve of or just a couple of hours before the India-Pakistan encounter.
Well, I have to agree with him on that. Had it been, I don't know, Lahore or Ahmedabad,
Or
it would have been very, very different. But Colombo has this very relaxed vibe about it, just calms things down. I hope it works like that on the teams as well, because under pressure sometimes you can underperform, and I think what most people want is the highest display of skill level from both teams. That's what a cricket fan really craves for, and if that does happen, as Mr. Gavaskar said, India start as the favourite, far more superior team at the moment. But it's T20 cricket, you don't know what might happen on a given day, but let's also not lose sight of the fact it's still a league game. Both teams are primed to be going through into the little later half of the tournament, into the Super 8. So it does seem like a very, very crucial game. Yes, India-Pakistan, but also just a league game. Many big battles coming up, and we'll continue our coverage of the T20 World Cup right here on India Today. For the moment, from Mr. Gavaskar and myself, thanks so much for watching.